Hey there, Guardians. Relapse here for Relapse Gaming, and yesterday, July 5th, Bungie did a walkthrough with IGN through the new social space, The Farm. So we're going to take a look at some of those features that were released. Before we get started on my new channel, hoping to grow quickly, and if you like what I have to offer, please feel free to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and like the video to help get my name out there. Well, to start out with, I think the most important thing that we can now do in the new social space is adopt chickens. I plan on naming one Master Raoul in honor of our good friend who is apparently no longer going to be decrypting our engrams, which I'm actually okay with because the jerk always gave me greens. Not cool, man. Not cool. But my question is, will we find out what happens to him? Possible adventure maybe, discovered during the main story mission, but again, I really hope that we can just keep that chicken and he never returns. It was mentioned that NPCs will populate throughout the story mission as you complete different activities, and they will take their rightful place within the new social space. Also, began discussing Lord Shax's robots. Ryan, who was the Bungie representative on the stream, he was very, very careful in how he said his words. I really felt like he was thinking and not just spitting out words. So how are Shax's robots and ultimately Shax's story going to play out within the storyline of Destiny 2? I have a feeling that those robots are going to play a bigger part in just some cosmetic hanging out around the tower, so to speak. Also, we saw a ship picking up some NPCs, and that was extremely interesting to me, and it really raised the question, is this how Guardians will be entering into the farm? I'm really hoping that that's not the case and that we could walk up to a hole in the wall, so to speak, and enter into the new social space. There'd be 26 Guardians potentially in there, including yourself. I think it would be really interesting, kind of like an Elder Scrolls style where you can just walk up to the city and begin interacting with the vendors and other Guardians that are there. Speaking of interacting with other Guardians, there's going to be some activities that take place to occupy your time. The biggest one that folks have probably seen is soccer. Kick ball in the goal, fireworks, scorekeeping, all that stuff. Also, it was mentioned that there would be some other special effects, like running faster, ? Nightfall, blue, skulls. I remember when I first got mine, when Destiny 1 came out, people used to send me messages like, oh, dude, how did you get that? So it was really cool to see that, and hopefully they bring back some of that excitement. I saved the last two things for, the two things that I'm most interested in for last. The first one is the hangar where ships are being built, sparrows repaired, weapons repaired. I really think this opens up a wonderful opportunity for Bungie to allow players to go throughout the world and collect parts. Maybe we'll be able to go, instead of collecting dead ghosts, which really just gave us the grimoire, that we could actually go through and collect ship parts or weapon parts to have those weapons constructed. So maybe you need 20 of this specific type of ship, and once you get all 20 of those, that ship will be unlocked for you to use as a cosmetic item. Or maybe it would be cool if they brought back like one exotic weapon and you have to go through and collect those parts, all 20 or 40 of them or whatever, and have that weapon reconstructed. So I think eliminating searching for dead ghosts, and I don't know if people feel like the dead ghosts are an extreme attachment to the game, but I always kind of felt them as meh. They're there and they're kind of cool to find, but I think this would be a more rewarding way to actually use in-game. Finally, the other thing that I really was impressed with was they scrolled over to the shard in the background of the Traveler. I was blown away by how far it looked like it was from the farm. I don't know if that was to scale, but if it is, the European Dead Zone is going to be huge, and I just cannot wait to hop on my Sparrow and see how long it takes me to get from one side of the European Dead Zone to the other. Another thing I'll be looking for is how are the loading screens when transferring from zone to zone. So again, I really appreciate you sticking it out. If you made it all the way to the end, I thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.